What is up, everybody? Welcome back once again to your boy's channel. You already know who it is, back with a brand new video. And unfortunately, I cannot give you all the regular review how I normally would because I am super swamped. So just kind of bear with me here when I give you all this review. So I finally finished watching Happy Gilmore 2. And I gotta be honest with y'all, I was on the fence about them making a sequel to the first movie, mainly because it had been so long. Now, did I think this movie deserved a sequel after the first one? Yeah, but that's probably like 2 or 3 years after that one, not a whole 20 something years later. This movie, honestly, I feel like it's good if you turn your brain off, if you got some drinks, some pizza, and y'all just sit back and watch it. I did think it was pretty entertaining. I did think that it was pretty funny. This movie is one big cameo fest. There's so many cameos from so many different people. I can't even begin to name drop all the people that were featured in this movie. The story is okay. To give you out a big spoiler, Happy Gilmore basically lives his life as a famous golfer years after the first film, right? And so he ends up accidentally taking out his wife, unaliving his wife, because she get hit with one of his golf balls from a faraway distance, as I believe she's being interviewed. So that leaves him to stop playing golf and take care of their 5 kids. I think it's like 4 sons and 1 daughter, and one of the kids is MJF from AEW, the wrestler. It's a lot of what you expect when you watch an Adam Sandler movie. It's childish behavior going on. I mean, you got, I can't even begin to name all the stuff that goes on in this movie that happens. You got, at one point at the beginning of the film, the kids are now grown and they're, leaving away from the house, and they all pull their pants down and show their butts in the van. You've got, just all kind of crazy stuff going on in this film. So basically what brings him back to golfing is he is trying to raise enough money to send his daughter to Paris to go to a dancing school because she's a great dancer. And so he basically loses everything after his wife passes because she's the one that kept track of like all the books and everything. So now he has to, move into this old crappy looking house with his kids. And it just all goes downhill for his life. So he steps away from golf for 10 years. And then eventually when he comes back, he's trying to pick the game back up, but he's like a heavy drinker and he's just not as good as he used to be. So he kind of has to start at the bottom and work his way back up to the top. So he ends up finding out that this new company called, I believe, Maxi Golf is taking over, or at least trying to take over golf. And the pretty much OG golf company, similar to the PGA, doesn't want this new company to take over, and they try and enlist Happy Gilmore to help stop this company from taking over. So they take the 5 best golfers basically from this, made up PGA and put them off against Maxi and say, okay, if Maxi wins, it's the new golf thing, and if PGA wins, Maxi's basically out of business. And like I said, for the most part, this movie is pretty entertaining. Would I recommend it? If you turn your brain off and just want to watch a goofy movie without thinking, this is it. The main thing I had an issue with was that the wife got killed off at the beginning of the film. She does make appearances a lot in this movie, but it's mostly all through like cameos, you know what I'm saying, where Adam Sandler is sad and he's thinking about his wife and he sees her on the sidelines almost as like as a ghost when he's playing. That's when he sees her, right? He sees her in heaven. But that's the only thing I really had issues with, was that they killed off the wife. Of course, he has like, these meetings that he has to go to, and there's Ben Stiller, who's no longer working at the, the infirmary, the hospital, whatever. He's now working as a counselor. He's crazy. Like I said, there's so many damn cameos in this film. There's a almost not a really an end credit scene, but there's a scene at the end where he pays respects to some of the actors who've passed on in real life. And I think it's really beautiful the way that was done. But for the most part, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to give this movie, in my opinion, a 6 out of 10. It's not a great movie. It's really goofy. It's really stupid. It's what you expect out of an Adam Sandler movie. Like I said, I would recommend it if you just want to watch a goofy movie without thinking. I almost forgot his old rival, I forgot the guy's name, does come back. They go from they go from enemies to friends because the old guy ends up working with him to help the new team to whip them in shape to beat Team Maxi, right? And so at the end of the film, of course, he wins. He sends his daughter off to school. His sons, of course, go with her. And, he walks off into the sunset, living his happy life. And that's basically the end of the film. Like I said, would recommend this movie if you just want to turn your brains off. Other than that, it's an okay movie. Not a whole lot to talk about. Bunch of cameos. Some people may like it. Some people may not. I don't think in this day and age, this movie honestly should have been made. I just feel like it tried to do too much. I feel like it was very commercialized, and I think it would have been better if it would have came out probably 2 or 3 years after the last one. But not now. Not now. I just don't feel like it was needed now. I'll keep trying to think of the guy's name that he went up against in this film. Let me think of it. Hold on 1 second. It was Shooter McGavin. That is the guy's name. Yeah, so he's the one that goes from being his enemy to his friend. It was cool. It was unexpected. I really thought he was going to try and go after him. He actually spends most of the movie locked up in an insane asylum after he tried to take Happy Gilmore's jacket. But it's a cool movie. Like I said, 6 out of 10 in my opinion. Check it out if you want to. Let me know what you think of my review in the comment section below. If there's anything that I missed, post it in the comment section. I'll catch you in my next video. Thank you all for watching, and I'm out. Peace.